No,
No,
give her.
no, no. My grandma, if she were watching this, wouldn't know what the hell we were doing, but she'd probably watch it just because of she's my grandma.
Even know what we're doing. I tried to
Uh,
explain it, and they literally looked like deer in headlights. They're just like, okay, okay.
all right.
But
And
my
with that,
sister,
welcome back to another episode of Failed Attempt, where a collection of assholes sit around and try to play Dungeons and Dragons. And we are back here with Yorrick and Merida, who you
fuck you.
lovingly, yes, fuck you, Craig. Yes, yes. Well, I mean, Jake's not here to do it, so someone has to.
Someone has
Uh,
to.
Someone's got to do it.
Doesn't do it the next time we're all together. Bet.
Oh no, he will. So later on, to not to derail, but later on today, he's rejoining their group.
Yep.
So because where he left off directly correlates to where they left off. So you guys are the only ones still detached. Okay, so where you guys went through like a blender last week.
Yeah.
Going on this week.
Yeah, that was. So we started off. You were still in the fight with the queen spider. Which
Literally showed up on his computer, and we both just went.
yeah, which as it turns out was a king. And it kind of looked like the fight wasn't going to go your way until Yorrick was whose birthday is it? Until Yorrick was
I don't
very
What
what in the hell?
know.
Did you click on the react button or some shit to send balloons
We
up?
didn't touch anything.
our
Oh.
hands have been the whole time.
Oh, okay. Well, your computer thinks it's your birthday. Happy birthday. Anyway,
Merry unbirthday.
I don't know. Merry birthday. Just merge the two together.
Merry-
It kind of looked like you guys weren't going to make it too well with King Spider until Yorrick very cleverly, I might add, decided to do dark matter. And that was the end of it because the spider failed its role. So and there was nothing it could do. Once it was blind, paralyzed, and confused, there was nothing it could do. It was that literally took it out of my hands. There was no legendary action that could go against it. It didn't have any legendary resistances. It was done. So that was a very clever move. Which it then very oddly, because paralysis makes you stiff and still. However, a defense mechanism, it was still able to move its web to cocoon itself. Out of curiosity, you all went down an additional hallway that led to another hole that had a treasure chest at the bottom of it and no ladder, but a purple button and a white button. Then Yorrick once again showed that intelligence and invoked duplicity to have two of him hitting the buttons at the same time so that the ladder would appear fully and Merida could make it down safely. Inside that chest was a glass jar with a heart and a jeweled dagger, and then a note for Merida, which I will not reveal because I gave it to you privately, so that's up to you. In taking the heart closer to the spider, it started to beat. My favorite sound ever, to be honest, to actually do out loud. And, as long as it's in here, it's fine. Through a series of confusion and help from something or someone,
A random
because well, yeah, the random voice was not from Yorrick's book
no.
at all. So it was another random voice. You guys in voices, I swear, it's just voices. Through a series of confusion, you were able to put the puzzle pieces together that you were supposed to carve open the spider and release the heart, which then, after a sky blue light ball went up into the air and literally exploded, which you guys thought was the end all be all, on the ground turned out to be your real grandfather, which then begged the question, who was the guy that sent you down here? So that is where we finished off. Also, You bagged up the flowers, the thistle, while Yorrick reminisced with an old friend. So that is
Yes.
where we stopped. Now, do you guys want to begin still down in the cave, or would you like to begin up top? Because we ended with you gathering and him talking, but you don't have to start there. We could say that you made it out.
Yeah.
I would like to be out of the cave at this point.
Okay.
Yeah. Because we would have, once she got all the thistle plant, we would have
we would have
made our way back.
made it our way back outside to the outside out of the cave. But
Okay.
like I'm done dealing with acid-filled squirrels and little spooky crawling hand spider. I'm done with the cave. I'm done.
Okay.
I would assume that the length of time that it would have taken Merida to collect the thistle would have been enough time for a rest, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Not a long rest, a short rest. It
Well,
wouldn't have taken 8 hours.
You need it, but I had full health, so I'll just regular rest. Cool beans.
Yeah, because you did both get healed by 30, because he did mass cure wounds.
Correct.
I will say, just for cinematic flavor and the fact that both of your lucks really suck, as you approach level 2, where you fought those acid-filled squirrels, you would have been accosted by a room full of acid-filled squirrels, who would have then chased you, Yorrick, and your grandfather out of the cave, followed you up the ladder, followed you along floor 1, followed you up the ladder, and right to the entrance of the cave, where they would stop and pile up to the point where they literally became a door, until finally flowing down and running back into the cave. So it'd kind of be like the ending scene or the climax scene on an action cinema, where you're like, no, running away from just this mound of, yeah,
Squirrels that are like have like foam coming out of their face and
yes, which you actually still have those gray patches and received a couple more from fighting the queen, but still not as bad as the rest of your village. And your grandfather, newly renovated, has none. He is full white hair and very confused at how he got so old so quick, but he doesn't have any of the patches, and he's not missing any hair. He's just pure white. He's a polar panda.
he's albino.
He's an yeah, no, he doesn't have red eyes, but
No, but the fur would be right.
yes. But yes, so that is where you guys will start, is freshly outside the cave after a run from the squirrels, which I can already just see Merida and even like the old grandfather just fucking running, and Yorrick like either being curious about getting one of those bastards into his book as a summon and like tripping over his own feet. I mean, I could see all of it.
Just running and flipping through pages.
I could also
Where's a blank page? Where oh fuck. Yeah.
I could also see Yorrick trying to capture one and train it. I could see that too.
Not
Well,
really. I
did want to try to catch a rat that from the
underground
hideout.
Oh, from that cave, you wanted to try and catch one?
Yeah.
He thought about wanting to catch one of the rats, and I'm like,
Just
don't do it.
And
Don't
just keep
do it. No.
Keep it, or try to get it as a summon?
Keep it.
Just to keep it. I didn't know that I could get summons until
At that time, he didn't know about the summons.
Well, I did tell you there was more pages that you could put in there. You just have to figure out how to do it. That's all that is.
Yeah.
Because Adam, your book took whether you wanted it or not.
Ooh, kill MALADOR. Then he can get summons in the book.
Oh
and just
God.
start.
Go ahead, sir, and just for the hell of it, make
Here
an
we go.
animal handling check.
Oh no.
13.
Okay. Let me see how.
You beat me in one for animal handling. I'm an animal. I should know how to handle things.
Okay. Yeah, you have a rat.
Yes.
However, I do have to explain, animal handling just made it so it didn't want to kill you. It doesn't immediately make it your pet. It doesn't immediately make it your friend. You just have one.
It could have jumped in your bag before we left the underground.
Basically, yeah.
I could just see Merida going to put the thistle into the bag and just a rat.
Pretty much the way we'll describe this is as you're running for your life, you're flipping through pages trying to figure shit out, close your book, put it back into her pouch, and then just pull out one of your rations to try and get one of the rats to like come with you as the rest of them are trying to eat your brains. And it does. It crawls up onto your hand and onto your arm and starts eating the ration as you make your way outside. But you do now have a bulbous, swollen, mutated squirrel that is now outside the cave with both of you, just kind of finishing up the bread of the ration and looking around at the daylight, very confused. And what you notice first and foremost is as it exits and starts to eat, the outside fur actually starts to like singe and burn. And then as it calms down and goes back to a normal looking squirrel, it stops.
You now have a squirrel. A regular squirrel that it doesn't look like it's being engulfed in acid.
Oh, just wait until the darkness goes. I'm pretty sure it will transform back.
Well,
So,
that's
you have a friend there.
that was a weird trick. You can't do that, can you, Merida? You don't
What?
get fat like that. Please tell me you don't get fat like that.
I don't want to get fat. I'm
Your
already fat.
grandfather looking very confused, looking at you and looking at the squirrel and looking at you and looking at the squirrel. Like, how much have I?
Don't even think about it.
How much have I missed? I don't understand what's going on.
Let's just get going, shall we?
Don't forget your squirrel. Yeah, your squirrel. And he just starts walking, just like kind of hunched, like walking as if he needs a cane, but he doesn't have one. So it's just like very, very slow moving. Yeah. He just kind of starts to wobble off little by little, one step at a time.
This is going to take forever.
So go ahead in I'd say other or notes under other, just add the fact that you have a squirrel because you can't put in extras yet. It's not an official pet.
I can't wait to get back to the group and just. I found a squirrel.
Even do what I did.
Other.
That is actually true. Yorrick would not know about the summons yet. All he knows about is Adam. But you do look at your book a lot, so you would have seen blank pages after Adam. So yeah, that'll be up to you.
Yorrick brought Trock and Roe into the book.
Yeah.
And Steven.
Yeah,
and Steven. And it asked if one of them wanted to stay.
If one of them wanted to stay.
Yeah.
I caught on to that. I was like, so I could theoretically sacrifice people to the book.
No.
You could.
MALADOR!
Very, very much so. MALADOR!
He's being a little asshole. Oi! Book! Now!
Just trick him in there.
Put the whole party in the book and walk around like a Pokemon trainer.
No!
Oh man, the party literally just boils down to you and Merida. Like, are they getting out of your book? Only if I say they can.
Are you gonna let them out? Or
Nope.
are they just gonna stay there?
Summon Garrison!
No! Angry vampire man, go kill everybody.
Garrison, I choose you.
Yeah.
Stop
You accidentally throw him out in the middle of the daylight and he just bursts into flames.
it. Well,
Shit!
that was useful.
Hey, he literally becomes the spell Fireball, but once.
Only one time.
One time, that's all you get. And then he becomes Ash.
Now, if only I could control. If I could control the dead, I could control him after he turns to ash, and I'll just blow him in people's faces. I don't know.
Just sweep him up into a dustpan, put him into a jar, and just don't
Garrison.
worry. Don't worry, Gary.
Don't worry, I've got you, I promise.
I've got you, my friend. I've got you. I've got a jar of dirt. I've got a jar of dirt, and guess what's inside it?
Oh my god. Okay, so
Oh, shit.
alright, so
Oh shit.
to get this, just as a side note, to get this squirrel to keep following you every day, I'm gonna make you roll the animal handling to see if it still follows you. I'll only have you do it once a day. The other times I'm gonna have you roll it as if you try to instruct it to do something.
Okay.
Attack MALADOR. Go.
This is my seeing eye squirrel.
It's your seeing eye squirrel.
Okay.
I'm so proud. Oh,
Yorrick,
Ara and Darling are hanging out there like, what you got there?
A smoothie.
A smoothie?
Yorrick, make a wisdom check for me.
Wisdom check.
I need to see if I can tell you something.
No.
15.
Okay. What you sense off of this squirrel is a potent mixture of abyssal and infernal. So as it's eating its food and it's doing the language that it is putting out and saying like, nice bread, I don't know who these people are, why am I out of this cave, the sun hurts, it's coming in as a mixture of both languages combined.
Interesting.
Huh.
Which Merida, all you hear is just squirrel.
Yeah.
Just squirrel chitters.
Just chitters. Just regular
chitters.
chitter.
And as you guys begin to walk away and head back toward the village, the squirrel does what squirrels do. It runs up to your right ankle and it latches on with its little squirrel claws and it climbs up your leg onto your shoulder and just kind of sits there. And every once in a while it starts to nibble on your hair or on your ear because it's still hungry.
Hungry little
I'm
thing.
going to continue just feeding it some rations.
How many do you have?
I've got...
You have a day's worth.
I have 3.
You have 3. Your inventory says 1 day. You do have 3. You have 3 days. Okay. So yeah, I mean, it's a squirrel. You could literally do 1 day's rations and feed it for a week. It's a squirrel.
So then I will do that.
I was going to say, I too have 3 rations.
Yeah.
Don't know where I hide them, but I have 3 rations.
I don't want to know where you hide them either. Because
I don't know where I'm old either, but it
Hey.
just kind of happens.
You do have a backpack made out of web, so I am going to actually add that to your inventory because you have it. So let me manage your inventory.
However, it's currently full with the book.
Yeah, it currently is holding the book because the bag is holding the plant. stuff.
Actually, no, we're gonna go custom item because it is a spiderweb backpack. Quite literally.
It's like a drawstring bag.
Yes.
Sorry.
Made out of
Spiderweb.
spiderweb. Which that, why didn't that show? Oh, add item. Boom, there you go. Spiderweb backpack.
Bangering.
Yep. Hell yeah.
Refresh my page.
There you go. Spiderweb backpack.
So, quick
Fantastic.
question.
Yep.
The dagger that's in my inventory, is that 20 like within range and then 60 for throwing? Because it's so in my inventory I've got the dagger that says finesse light thrown range. So does that mean it's 20 feet in range I can use the dagger and then 60 feet I can throw it?
Yes.
Okay, I am just clarifying. Thank you very
Yep.
much.
Yes. So anything
Sure.
over 20. Wait a minute. How is a dagger a 20-foot range?
I have no idea because it says 20 foot, 60 feet.
Oh, this is. Well, hold on.
Oh, it's saying anywhere from 20 to 60 feet I can throw the dagger.
Yes. I was gonna
Okay.
say that. Yeah. Anywhere from. Yeah. I was gonna say because it's not a 20-foot blade. How could you stand still and cut something 20 feet away?
No, but the reach is
Go
5
get it.
feet, but within throwing I can hit anywhere from 20 to 60. Okay.
Yes. There you go. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, if it says range, that's like long range.
Yep.
But if it's reach, that's as far as you can reach.
Fair
So
enough. Okay.
I want to say if it's under 20 feet, you throw at disadvantage, and if it's over 60 feet, you throw at disadvantage. I think that's how that works. Same thing as a bow. I think. God damn it! Now I have to fucking check.
I'm sorry.
So, well, no, it's just so people don't fucking rip me apart. Weapons. Range.
What night? Wait, what night is this? Yeah, we can't.
How far can you throw weapons in D&D? So in general, the answer is 20 or 60. Okay, so it's 20 feet or 60 with disadvantage. Okay. What are you guys doing? Have they been fed? Then feed them. Oh my god. Anyway. Okay, yes. So it says here the answer is 20 feet or 60 with disadvantage.
Okay.
So, yeah. Throwing a weapon, yes. Throwing a weapon does count as a ranged attack. Whoever asked that question was fucking stupid. But anyway. So yes. Hey! Doing stuff. Shh. Hang on a sec, guys.
No worries. Insert Jeopardy music here. I'm still curious about the black cloud that came from the book when you attacked the spider. I am now also concerned that the black cloud might be over my village as well.
He never said that the smoke returned to me.
That's what I'm saying.
I lost my pet cloud.
And it's Angie.
Yeah,
We need to go get it.
we're making our way there.
Also, don't forget about lunch. Oh no. He came on camera, was wee. And then he disappeared. And so I'm like, insert Jeopardy music here.
5 Nights at Freddy's jump scare.
He should have done that on Halloween. That would have been funny. Hashtag 5 Nights at Freddy's. There's a pig staring at me. He's literally looking right over the camera. Never mind. He laid down. Of course, now the best song in the world just got stuck in my head, and it won't stop playing because of the song that it is, and it makes me really upset. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, momentary pause. This is what happens when everyone's in different places, things happen. It's okay. I just realized if we're going to...
Okay.
Woo!
Jesus H. Christ.
He's not here, but I'll take a message.
Or,
Sorry.
you know. No,
Here.
that's okay. Yeah. I also say JFK. Jesus fucking Christ. Let's see how many people I can offend. Everyone. I twitch. Okay. So.
Am I
You guys
wrong?
are... well, you know. So, you guys are making your way back to the village. Yorrick has a squirrel. And...
Supposedly talking to him, but I can't hear it.
Yes, that is supposedly talking to him, but you can't hear it. And it's not in your head, Yorrick, for like once in your life. Something's actually talking to you from the outside, so
That's a bit confusing, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm used to everything.
yes, being in his brain. Okay, so as you guys approach the mountaintop, you're going to have to help your grandfather get up the mountain because he is having a lot of trouble. So,
Up the mountain or...
huh?
Oh, yes. Okay. Ignore
Help
me.
him climb. I will say, for the sake of brevity, you do. It actually takes both of you, one on each side of him, to actually guide him up and then guide him back down and then guide him up and guide him back down until eventually you do make it back to the village. And as you crest over that last hill and you see your village, it is daylight when you guys crest over that hill. However, your village is nightfall, which actually the nightfall is roughly 30 feet above your village and goes all the way down to the ground of your village and spans outward about 30 feet on the left and the right of your village. The entire thing is surrounded. So as you crest over, you're looking around. The sky is clear and blue, and there's birds, and it's beautiful, and it's warm out. And you look down, and it's like looking into the abyss. It's just pitch black where your village should be.
Well, that's not something you see every day.
This is where our village still is, right? He's kind of like looking back and forth at both of you, very confused.
It was there yesterday. Yorrick, watch Granddad. And Merida's just gonna bolt it as fast as she can into the village.
Okay.
She wants to like see what the hell is going on, because something's not right.
Because I want to be able to imagine this is cool, give me a dex save.
A deck save. God.
While you're rushing down a steep hill.
Oh no. Uh-huh.
Let's see. Come on. Oh, yay. So, she says, Yorrick, watch Granddad, and goes to step with just like this adrenaline and anger and confusion, goes to step. And you think you put your foot on solid ground, but you actually put it on a branch that's stuck out of the hill, and it goes, and you tumble and roll down the hill all the way to the bottom until you land on your butt sitting up. And just looking, and as you land on your butt sitting up, you actually, when you get to the base of the hill, you're inside the black. So
Okay.
as you actually look up, you can't see a thing. Everything, you can't see your hands, you can't see your legs. You feel yourself sitting on your butt, but whether you're sitting up, sideways, or down, you've no idea. Your sense of direction goes completely out the window as you look around. It's like a moonless, starless night. There's nothing. However, when you look behind you, you see the hill. You see the mountain, you see the daylight, and where everything gets cut off. So Yorrick, as you're standing at the top of the hill holding Talgor, holding Grandpa, you got him by the right arm. Merida says, watch Grandpa, and you just watch her. She just very sternly steps and then down to the bottom of the hill. And as she reaches the bottom of the hill, she disappears into the darkness. Just gone. Gone.
That first step is a doozy. Come on, Talgor. Let's come on. Let's go see if she's all right. And I'm gonna help Talgor down the hill.
Okay. You two are going to help each other, as frail as he is, so you do get a dex save with advantage.
17.
Okay, so even though you are not very dexterous and very much a klutz, and you are helping guide someone that is frail and not very easily able to handle their own weight, you two do make it down to the bottom without difficulty. It takes you a little longer because you're like, hey, it slants here instead of going straight down. So let's take a few extra steps and go this way, and then hop down and take a few extra steps and go this way and hop down. So you just kind of go back and forth down the mountain instead of trying to use it as a stairwell. You kind of just do with that, just like kind of doing this until you get to the bottom. But you do eventually make it to the bottom, and the exact same thing. With that dex save, you two also end up in the same place as Merida, and you avoid running into her. Merida, you feel a leg brush by your shoulder as you're sitting on the ground. You feel just something brush your right shoulder.
Oi!
Are you okay?
Merida, is that you? I think that's Merida. Is that you? Mary, is that you?
Yeah.
Hello? Hello?
Sorry. What?
I realize
What?
I realize I got old really fast, but I think I just went blind.
No, that's not you. It's all of us, Granddad. It's awkwardly dark for no apparent reason.
Yorrick, you, having heard Merida but can't see her, you're now holding on to Talgor and you can't see him. You can't see your arm, you can't see his arm, nothing. You see nothing. Even with your experience in darkness like this, you see zero. Until you look to your right, and the friendly little squirrel you had on your shoulder, you see two little red dots.
Kitty.
where the eyeballs would be, and that's it. Just two little floating red dots.
It's horrifying.
All right.
As in a mixture of abyssal and infernal, which if I remember, infernal's obviously hell. So
Yeah.
if you've ever seen a movie like Constantine or anything to do with the circles of hell, you know that that's that like raspy, yeah,
Like-
that kind of shit. What is abyssal? Because that's like the angel shit, isn't it? Or am I?
Celestial is angelic, like angelic, divine.
So abyssal's just another. It's not hell, but it's just another form of like demon type shit.
It's still demon speech. It's just it's less harsh.
Okay.
Rather than sounding like a smoker's cough, it's more of like a deep. I imagine like a deep, echoey kind of
Okay.
voice, like it echoes on itself.
Which it's weird to say, but I think those two mixed sounds really sexy. But that's my screwed up brain.
No shame.
Well, it'd be like Clint Eastwood if he was speaking infernal. You know what I'm saying? Like Clint Eastwood, his accent sounds abyssal to me if it weren't English. If he was just talking garble.
I could see that.
Anyway, so a beautifully mixed language of abyssal and infernal comes from your squirrel and literally whispers into your right ear. She's here. And of course, Merida, you hear from his shoulder going.
Yep. Can I go ahead and cast dancing lights?
You can. Nothing.
God fucking damn it.
You send them up as little, What do you want your dancing lights to look like? Are they orbs? Are they little size? Like, what do you want them to look like?
They could. Oh. Pause.
Because I know it says globules, it says balls of light, but I let you guys craft your own spells. So, what do you want them to look like? Because I don't think you've casted this before.
No.
So keep that in mind, guys. If you're a spellcaster, anytime you cast something new, unless I am the one who crafted it for you, you tell me what it looks like. Anytime you cast something for the first time, unless it's like you, Ty, where I gave you the spell and then I had to tell you what it looked like.
Yeah.
If it's something like that you just chose because you leveled up or whatever the hell.
Okay. So it's this.
Oh, hang on. Oop, oop, oop. Okay, it's a lamp. It's a lantern. A lantern.
Lantern, but it has a purple flame inside.
Fantastic. Okay. And the dancing lights is how many lights?
4.
4. So you would see 4 lanterns with. Do you want it glowing purple or burning purple? Do you want it to be like burning like a little fire? Okay.
Yeah.
So you would see those, however, you don't see anything. You do feel them come out of your hands, and you can feel them around you because you know where your spells are. You just can't see them. So it's just poof, 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 poof.
Even that doesn't work.
And then Talgor kind of leans over and I don't see anything.
Again, Granddad, you don't have to whisper. It's not bedtime. No, I was trying to cast some light to see if we can see where we are, but didn't work.
I am going to question. I'm going to question the
Duff squirrel.
the squirrel.
Oh, what do you want to name it? You got to name it. And you got to write it down because this isn't a name I have to remember.
Oh, man.
You have to remember.
You have to remember it. Over time, I'll remember it if it lives or stays with you. But you have to name it. Don't tell me the name yet because you haven't had it long enough.
Just think of one.
but name it. Just in case.
I was
Anyway,
spit out some random gibberish.
speak to the squirrel, sir. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna question it in Infernal. What do you mean she's here?
Okay, so Merida, just to describe this to you, because you've never heard this language before, and you've never heard anyone use it before. In the pitch black of this just random confusion over your village, you hear what 4 or 5 feet to your right, just or that. I think actually what I did is more abyssal, and what you're doing is more infernal, or is it the other way around? Because you're doing the lighter raspy. Which one is which?
I always associate abyssal with like deep guttural.
So what I'm doing is more abyssal, and
And
what
then
you just did is more infernal because it was the
Infernal's
lighter.
higher end of the spectrum, being like
Okay. Okay, so like when Harry speaks snake tongue.
Yeah, kind of like that, yeah.
Yeah. Parcel tongue. Yes, that. Okay, yes. So go ahead.
I sent you a reaction of what I'm doing on the ground.
Yes. So as you say this, Yorrick, which I'm going to ask you to repeat it in a second because we got off track. But as you say this, you hear 5 feet to your left. Ah! Just and the usual what you can tell is Merida backing up really fast because you've seen her do it before with the hairbrush and everything else. So please repeat what you said to the squirrel.
What do you mean she's here? And all Merida appearing is just
and then Merida, go ahead and act out your part. There you go. See, we're all coming together. All right, and then the squirrel, literally like switches its dialect to only infernal because that's how you asked. So it switches its tongue to just infernal. She's been following you. So yes, now you hear that, Merida. But you actually do hear that language followed by and of course Talgor is just going. I still can't see anything. I'm gonna head back that way. There's light over there, and he just goes back and sits, like climbs up the mountain a little bit, and then just sits down on one of the steps. Now, when you look behind you, you can see him out there like a window, and then everywhere else is just pitch black, and he's just sitting there. Where'd you two go? I'm confused.
Grandpa to do.
Just stay there.
Mary?
Yes.
Weird guy.
I'm guessing he's here too. Just stay there.
Hell, I'll even take the squirrel. Just someone talk. I can't see you. If you're talking, I can't hear you either. Hello?
Yorrick's gonna switch back to common. It seems like he can't.
Just tell him you're here.
He's gonna call back. I'm here.
tell him to stay there.
Stay put.
You know, they rescue me and then they abandon me. I guess they don't want to talk to me anymore. And he literally gets up and just starts walking to the right on the mountain on the same step as it slants further downward and then goes up a little bit and then he just starts walking away. Like along the side of the mountain.
I guess sound doesn't travel outside of this, whatever this is. But my...
Stay there! And then Merida's gonna go run so that he doesn't get lost.
Do you run inside the darkness or do you get out of it and run?
I get out of the darkness and run.
Okay. So he is very slow, given his posture and his age. He's very slow. So like half movement would basically, he's very slow. So you catch right up to him, and as you grab onto his shoulders, he just lets out this scream that reminds you of you. Like that light bulb of that's where I get it from would clearly pop into your head at that moment as he just throws his arms and his body up in the air and all of his weight down on you as the two of you tumble to the ground together. You just, oh, Mary. And like his demeanor goes from just like this scared shitless child to, Mary. Hi.
Hi. Do me a favor. Take a seat. The strange guy and I are going to go and see why it's so dark. Okay? Can you stay here for a little bit? You want some food?
I'm hungry. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give him some of my rations because I have 3.
Okay. Yeah, and you see the expression on his face immediately. Actually, give me 1 second. I have to make sure I have this right. Pause, please. Okay. Yes, the expression on his face as he goes, yeah, all right, I'll eat, and it just kind of goes calm and docile. Immediately reminds you of Thal. Just. Oh, you have food. Cool.
What is it with the men in this family? All right. You stay here. You eat your snack. We will come and get you. Just stay here. Okay?
He just kind of grabs the bread and anything else that was inside the rations and just like gives you kind of the side eye and
I'll be back.
you have any more? As you're walking away. Yorrick, what would you like to be doing in all of this? Because she's gone for a few minutes doing some family counseling.
I am going to... I'm going to continue trying to get information out of this squirrel.
Okay. You feel you hear on your shoulder and you feel the weight on your shoulder multiply and the eyes that were red and small go
Oh no. It gonna explode now.
and in infernal you hear follow me. And then the weight just like almost when it jumps, it almost tries to take its shoulder with you because like you're doing this shit. Like you're doing this as soon as it transforms, like, oh god, and then and you hear it land on the ground in front of you and start to scurry.
It's a wreath.
I'm gonna try to follow it.
What would this be?
Well, because I can't see it, I have to rely on hearing.
Give me insight.
Oh, jeez.
See if you can tell where it's headed,
That would
where it's trying to go. I will call that insight.
Ooh, 23.
Okay. So you are able to track this little big bastard pretty easily. You just kind of like it's almost as if you get down onto the ground and stick your ear to the ground, but you don't. You really don't. But that's kind of like what it seems like. You just immediately lock onto its trail and start going. And as a traditional squirrel would go, it goes, runs up, and then stops, stops, runs up a little bit, stops, goes back, runs up, stops. Yeah, just a zigzag.
squirrel fashion.
Just a typical squirrel fashion. Never in a straight line, never in a straight line for very long. Just so you're literally going, you're as you're going, you're just like, stop. What? Would you? Ah!
God, shit.
And then you hear what sounds like harder, like not ground material, but harder material underneath it, and you hear boop, boop, boop. I need a dex save.
Oh, jeez. I'm about to fall off a cliff. 17?
Okay. Luckily, once it gets to the third, boop, you instinctively stop and feel with your foot. Oh, it's a step. And on the first one, then you feel for the second one, and you put your hands out, and there's a wall. Oh, it's a staircase. Okay. And you get to the third one, and as you're on this, okay, it's a staircase. You're putting your hand on a wall. Clearly, you're at one of the buildings. And you still see its eyes. And it just kind of looks straight up at you. Inside.
I'm going to go inside.
All right. Search around for a doorknob. I want to see how long this takes you.
Oh no.
Give me a perception check. Oh, you have advantage on that anyway, fucker.
That's
All right. Damn, natural 20.
Yeah.
As if the doorknob itself has a magnetic pull to your very essence. You're just click. And back to Merida. So as you finish with your grandpa and you walk away, and he's asking you if you have more food the moment you leave, you pinpoint where you rolled coming down the mountain, because you can see where you slid and went in, and you make that hard right turn back into the black. And what do you do from there?
I'm gonna call for Yorrick because I told him to wait there.
Okay, you call. Yorrick, nothing.
Does he ever listen? God. I am gonna attempt to try to find my grandmother's house.
Okay. So this wouldn't be insight, because you know what? Yeah, give me an insight, because this would be not necessarily like direction, but memory. So yeah, give me an insight, because that is a wisdom check. But give me insight, because you have advantage on it.
I have advantage on history too.
Yes, you do.
Let's be nice. That's a nat 20. Plus 6, so 26.
Jesus, you both got nat 20s. What the hell? You couldn't get those in combat, but you sure as hell get them when you're trying to find things. So again, the same as you, as if your grandmother's house, the house that you were raised in, the house that tortured you for all those years, has like burned itself into the very essence of who you are.
I mean, that's 100% true in real life.
your head, you're going, I have to find my grandma's house, and then immediately your head just goes that way, and you start going. And as you're walking, you just start smelling those delicious pies your grandmother used to make. But what's weird is it's not just coming from that direction. You start smelling it from other directions, from up and diagonal and down and sideways. But you're able to lock in on that trail.
I know which one is my grandmother's.
Yes. Until. And you know what? You know this house so well, I'm not making you do a deck save. He knew nothing about the craftsmanship of the houses, which is why I had him roll for the stairs, but you know it. So your foot goes, boop. I'm there.
Okay.
And up the stairs you go. And as you go to reach for the door, nothing stops your hand. So you literally like stumble in to the building, but it's pitch black inside the house too.
Anyone home?
And you start hearing. And it sounds like it's in the same room as you.
Oi! Keep talking!
Give me a perception check. This isn't to see if you get it or not, it's to see how long it takes you.
13.
Okay, so I mean, yeah. Like, you've ever been searching around a room trying to find something that you're looking for, like desperately, even a minute can seem like it takes forever. So within a couple of minutes, you finally find who's doing it, as you have to scan with your hands because you can't see anything. Very familiar, broad-shouldered, fat. It's thou. And as you reach around to his face, you literally can feel a scarf-like material inside his teeth. You go to the back of his head and kind of finagle the knot, take it off. Who is that?
It's your sister. What's going on?
You have food?
In a minute. What's going on?
I don't know. I was just trying to eat, and suddenly the lights went out, and I felt myself getting tied up, and it's really difficult to eat with my mouth being tied like that.
I can imagine.
Why is it so dark in here?
I'm still working on it. Where's Grandma?
I don't know. She said she was gonna go talk to Grandpa or something.
Is that so?
I'm really hungry, Mary.
Fine. She'll pull like an apple or something out of the bag and just like hand it to him.
Okay.
Here.
Yeah, he fumbles with it, and then you just hear.
All right.
Do you have anything else?
Oh, you men. How about you find somewhere to sit down?
I'm already sitting.
Okay. Then stay here. Just stay here. I'll be right back. Idiot. And then I'll find my way to the front door and remember that Granddad's house was like 2 huts over and head that direction.
Granddad's was 3.
Yeah, it was 2 or 3.
and it wasn't on the side, it was in the middle. But yeah. Yeah, I know you'll remember that. However, I do need another perception check.
Okay.
Never mind.
Nice.
I hate my life.
Okay. Yorrick, as you are opening up the door and taking a step in, you hear very, very close to you in the right direction a door shut and footsteps coming down to the road. I can only say that because you have a crazy high passive perception.
Ain't nothing getting past me today. I'm gonna call out in common. Hello?
Okay. Merida, you hear Yorrick's voice.
Where the hell did you go?
Okay.
You
Now,
asshole!
also keep in mind that in the middle of the day, in the middle of the night, doesn't really matter. If no one's outside, the voice carries. So because you are on the street, when you say that, it literally, where did you go? Go, 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 just echoes throughout.
I'm gonna call back. I already know that you're gonna yell at me for it, but I followed the squirrel.
The fucking squirrel!
As shocking as this may be, we've been talking.
Talking!
Yes. It seems to understand a language that I am very familiar with.
Of course you are.
And it
Can't take you anywhere.
It told me to follow it.
And you went? You followed the acid squirrel that was trying to kill us not even an hour ago.
It's been saying stuff about she's here.
And you're listening.
I figured maybe it would lead us to whatever's causing this.
Do you know how crazy you sound?
Well, when you put it that way.
No, it's fine. I'm just going to follow a squirrel that its entire pack killed us, or attempted to, and then chased us out to the cave. The bloody thing is talking demonic at you, and you decided it's a great idea to just listen and follow the squirrel. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I already told you not to yell at me because I knew what you were going to say.
Then you should have expected this to happen. So I tried to stop it. You realize you're on my turf here, sir. Stay there. Don't move.
I'm not gonna lie. My favorite part about this is the fact that your perception roll sucked.
I know.
So you don't even know what direction he's talking to you from. You're just yelling out into the dark ether.
Yeah.
Scream into the void and eventually it'll talk back.
The void always talks back. Friends.
I'm laughing because I'm just imagining that you guys are arguing. Yorrick knows exactly where you are direction-wise, but you have no clue where he is. So it's just like, just screaming and hearing his voice come back.
I know she's like stomping foot the entire time.
Oh my god. Okay, so Yorrick, do you stand still?
And then I'm gonna fall to my butt and just.
I'm gonna wait.
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna wait where I'm at.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell the squirrel that I need to let my friend catch up.
Okay. In Infernal, or actually this time it switches to Abyssal, so it gets that heavier, grainier, crackly voice. And what it says, and actually Merida, you don't hear the switch. But you do hear the squirrel, so you know that it's talking. And what you hear in that heavy Abyssal voice, Yorrick, is she doesn't want her. And you hear it scurry into the building.
I've got a bad feeling in my gut.
Why would you have a bad feeling in your gut? I don't understand why. Why?
I feel like I'm fixing to have to make a choice morally.
All right. Well, hang on with.
I'm about to have to make a moral choice. I feel it.
I have a couple of ideas. What's going on? I wonder if this was my supposed best friend who's calling you, who is supposed to be a good shaman and actually may secretly not be a good shaman. Or it's my sister.
Or the book wants your grandma.
I swear to God, if the book wants my grandma, I'm burning the book. Sorry, Adam, but I'm burning the book. Just steal the page. Just burn the rest of the book. Never said you couldn't remove a page.
But if anything happens to the book, a new one respawn, or another one after. I can get another one after a
long rest.
Ritual. I take an hour to perform a ritual, and I can basically beg my patron to give me a new one.
I love my idea for my dancing lights, and now I kind of want it to have like skeleton dancing. Technical.
Okay. Another interruption. Sorry about that. Look, we're doing it. We're doing this at a weird hour in my house. Usually, when we play, it's late. Everyone's in bed, so there's no interruptions except for the furries. It is 4:00 in the afternoon, and people are still alive in my house.
I completely understand.
Anyway, so Yorrick, you were in the middle of a moral and ethical dilemma. What did you decide? Remember, Merida is not your wife. I gotta put that out there.
Get out of you.
I gotta put that out there. Yorrick and Merida are not married. Yet.
I'm gonna stand there for a sec and internally fight with myself. Like, I feel like I should follow, but I need to stay here. I'm gonna follow it.
Okay. Okay. Give me another insight.
When you go in, do you shut the door behind you?
That's actually a good question.
Well, let me. 16.
Okay. You're able to follow it. Not as well as you were able to before, but you are able to understand what direction it went.
Yep. I'm gonna once I go in, I'm gonna kind of slam the door behind me to make some noise for
Yes.
able to follow.
Merida, you definitely hear that part.
Fucker.
Okay. Now, Yorrick, this is where it gets fun. I need an acrobatics check
Oh God. Oh no.
because there's furniture in here.
12.
Okay. So, Merida, from the outside, not only do you hear the door slam, which indicates that he went inside the building.
Not there.
He did not stand there. But you also, from inside the building, hear as Yorrick on the inside, you try following this squirrel with grace, and you end up tripping on a rug and falling into a table, and then getting up and falling into another table. As you finally make it to a wall where there's no furniture.
Beautiful, beautiful karma. Now to find out where he went. I'm gonna see if I can follow where I heard the noise coming from.
Okay. Much to your surprise, Yorrick especially, in the center of this room, a purple light appears and expands for about 10 feet, which covers most of the room.
I caught her.
And what the yellow light is, what the purple light is inside, looks like a spectral lantern as it just floats at the top of the room. Merida, on the outside of the building, as you stand up and take a couple steps, your three that have been following you the whole time appear just outside the building. And actually, I need to check something. Does Dancing Lights have... It does not. It actually doesn't even have a time.
Nope.
Yep, so they can last for as long as... Oh, concentration up to a minute. Okay. So I will, just because I had already said it, so I will say, as they go and you actually see them work, they immediately puff out. So just for like a split second, you see your spell work, and then they stop. And it goes back to pitch black. Yorrick, you see it for just a second, and gone. But what you're able to catch in that second, again, because of your... You know what? Give me a perception check on this one, fucker. I know you have advantage in a +7. I don't care.
25.
Okay. So within that split second that this room is actually illuminated by this beautiful purple glow, both of the tables that you tripped over, you actually see the front legs bending backwards as if they're ready to pounce.
No. Nope. I don't like it.
Merida, you have one decision.
I have one decision.
Clearly you knew because it showed you. But you have one decision. What are you doing?
I'm going.
Pretty much going in to yell at him, right? Is what I'm guessing.
Well, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna yell at him, and I'm gonna make sure that he's not being a fucking idiot and someone in my village is trying to kill him. Because
Okay.
I thought he was weird.
So you run up the stairs and you grab the door and you open it, and I need you both to roll initiative.
God fucking damn it.
Oh man.
Hmm.
Ah, he's
15.
dirty 20.
Nice, nice. So Yorrick, 20. All right, and I need to go to here and pull this up again because it is my favorite. And animated furniture.
It's a mimic.
God. Of course it's
No. Animated furniture.
Is it your goal to give everybody in the party furniture PTSD?
Yes.
You already got Garrison.
I got Garrison and Vernon, but he doesn't play with us anymore. All right, so these would both be considered medium, so I need that right there. Fantastic. So there's 2 of these, but I can put their shit right here to keep track. Fantastic. Table 1. What are you gonna roll?
Shit.
Yeah, I rolled a 2. Okay.
Woo!
That's
Great fucking start.
okay. And what are you gonna roll? That is a 12. Okay, so the order is Yorrick, Merida on deck, and then both the tables.
You tripped
Now,
up.
keep in mind, anything you do in here is with disadvantage if it's a roll to hit, whether it's spell or otherwise. And if they are rolling, even if it's an effect spell, you still need to roll to hit because you can't see anything. Because effect spells require sight. I will let you use them, but everything is going to be a roll to hit, even if the spell says it's not.
Ow. Grandma. Calm down.
Okay, so York, you are up. You were able to visually see that there were 2.
I was only
In that second, you were only able to see that there was 2. Because you had literally a second. So if there's more, you'll find out soon enough.
Great.
Dang. I am going to an Eldritch Blast in the area of where I saw the one that was crouching like it's fixing to pounce.
Okay.
So disadvantage. 23. God damn.
Yes. I actually had to check, believe it or not. But you're good.
All right.
We're going to go. We're actually going to do it this way. Okay. And then these guys I will add in after. All right, so 9 damage for the Eldritch Blast.
Yep. And then I'm going to launch the second one. It's in the same direction.
Okay.
Disadvantage. Shablam.
Shablam.
18.
Yes.
Sick. 8.
Hell yeah. So that went there, and then that went. I'm having a brain fart. Okay. All right. So that is your actions, and you have a bonus action and movement.
I don't know where I can actually move.
You have a dagger too. You never equipped it. That is true. That is very true, because you can't see anything. But it doesn't mean you can't move.
I will. I'm gonna move to the right. I'm gonna move to the right just a few feet, like 5 feet.
Okay. All right. And as you're moving, just kind of gliding along that wall that you landed on, you don't bump into anything, and nothing tries to attack you. Merida.
Well, since I saw the direction in which Yorrick cast his Eldritch Blast.
You did not.
How did. Oh, are you shitting me? God damn it. Ignore that, please. I hit the wrong button.
You heard it. You heard him, and you heard the cast. You heard the crack against wood, but you did not see it.
Okay, I am going to cast a firebolt in the direction I heard the crack come from.
Okay.
$14.
Yes.
Oh, bangering.
Oh, I'm supposed to be having you guys roll these at disadvantage.
That's what we've been doing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not looking, so I'm glad you're being honest, because I have not been looking.
No, we are honest, and plus we kind of cancel each other out to make sure we're rolling properly. So
Fair enough. But yes, you hit. Just barely, but you hit.
7.
Nice. Okay.
Because
And
that.
as the fireball, you know that it left your hand. You didn't see it. And then you hear it hit the but you don't see anything.
That's a bit stressful. And then I will also cast my spiritual weapon in that direction.
Okay.
As well.
All right.
14.
Okay. Now. All right. Okay. You're good.
Okay.
Look at us boxing and doing well.
7.
7 more. Nice. All right. You hear the but you don't see anything.
All my homies hate tables.
That sounds like a really good song.
All my homies hate tables.
Get Weird Al to sing it.
Bangering.
All right. So that was you. Merida, that was your bonus action. You have movement still. You can't see anything, but you do have movement.
I am good where I'm at.
Okay. Right in the doorway. Got it.
Yes.
All right. All right. Yorrick, from about shin level,
Oh no, not the shins.
you're going to hear something scurry across the floor. Not the squirrel, because you don't hear the claws. You hear what sounds like peg legs scurry across the floor, and you just lift your foot in time for it to bounce off the wall.
Oh no.
It derped.
Okay. All right. And then as you go to put your leg back down, you lift it up really fast again as something a little bit bigger bounces off the wall.
Oh no.
Now we get, oh, hold on. Yes. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, that one hit you.
No, not the shins.
Yep, that one hit you. So again, it was about midway between the knee and the ankle. That was the one that missed you as you lifted up, as you put your leg back down, right just above the knee. You get hit what feels like the end of a table, just the flat part of a table, right above the left knee. And that is okay. That right there. So we're gonna do boom. Oh shit! That's 9 points of damage, bludgeoning, right above the left kneecap. All right. Oh shit. Okay. Merida, you get hit.
God.
So what you hear, which is really strange because you guys haven't been able to hear each other. It's like an off and on switch. When you first entered, you could, then you couldn't, then you could again. From the center of the room where you shot the fireball and where you hope that you placed your scythe, you hear a peg leg kind of do like a bull jaunt. And you just hear this noise coming at you to the door frame, and you get slammed right in the diaphragm. And it actually, let me do this before I yeah, so that's 11 points of bludgeoning damage, and as it slams you, it literally it launches you out of the doorway out onto the street. So you just land flat on your back. Okay, and Yorrick, that is a 22 to hit. As you also hear, and as you're against that wall with your leg, with something small in between your feet now, your left knee feeling a little bit hurt from being beat, now you get hit right underneath the rib cage on your left side and pinned into the wall. That's for 7 bludgeoning damage.
Hey, yo, someone needs to come get their dog.
That's a really weird dog. All right.
He's a little confused, but he got the spirit.
All right. Yorrick, your turn. Merida, you're on deck.
Oh, jeez. I am going to use...
I love animated furniture so much. It's one of my favorites.
Where did it go? God, it sucks that I can't.
What?
Most of my kit relies on me being able to see.
Yeah, well, yeah, I told you can do any of it. It's just a disadvantage. So anything that would normally be you cast and I have to roll to save or some shit, you still have to roll to hit. That's the disadvantage, is you have to roll to hit.
All right, I am going to... So, I'm going to aim an Eldritch Blast towards the one that hit me in the left shin.
Okay, so you're aiming down at the floor. All right.
Yeah. Disadvantage.
And that is that one there. Okay.
14.
You hear it hit something.
So something doesn't necessarily mean it hit the.
Yeah, no, you're not rolling damage.
That's unfortunate.
I mean, you can roll damage. Yeah, roll damage.
I hit something at least. Oh, God, why? That's such a good roll.
Oh, okay.
For not even knowing if it. All right, the second blast is going to the
Bigger one.
Yeah, the bigger one that just caught me under the rib cage.
Gotcha. Do it.
Whoops. Ignore that. Disadvantage. Gross. That's 12.
Yeah. Roll damage. This
11.
is so,
Oh my God.
this is so much fun. I'm sorry. This is a lot of fun.
Doing all this damage. I'm probably like, sorry, but I'm probably wrecking somebody's house.
All right. Merida, you are up. So half of your movement to get up. And you've got 15 more, which will get you back into the house.
All right, I'm going to go back to the doorway.
Okay.
And I am going to cast Chill Touch in the direction of where I got smacked.
Okay. Well, as you climb those stairs and you go to like either get back in the doorway or literally walk into the building, you bump into the table.
Okay, I'm going to boop the thing.
Boop the snoot. Do it.
It got
14.
Yes.
11.
Okay. All right. So as you reach your hands down and put them on the top part of the table, you cast the spell and you feel it collapse underneath your hands as it hits the floor.
That motherfucker. Merida doesn't have anger issues.
No, not at all. I don't see it. All right.
I don't know where anything else is right now, so I'm going to end my turn.
Okay.
Because I have
Stand
no
there.
idea where anything else is. So.
All right. So I'm going to do that right there. Okay. All right. That is a 17 to hit, Yorrick.
no, stop.
Okay. So that little piece that was now in between your 2 feet that went after one shin, after your left shin, is now going to hit your right shin and pin you against the wall, or at least try to. That is, oh, okay. That's 7 points of bludgeoning damage. As you as you now feel this tiny, low to the ground, round object against your right shin, pinning it to the wall.
Sounds like you're getting stuck by a footstool.
Tailors, are they dry? That's the 4th one. Yep. Yorrick, that's a 20 to hit.
That most definitely hits.
Yes, she does. The clothes that are in the washer right now are Johnny's. He's been waiting all day.
Excuse me, madam. I'm thirsty.
Me too.
Unfortunately.
Okay. Jesus Christ. All right.
Welcome, Vic.
All right. So yes, now the one that hit you just above the left knee also hit you again. So it's just going to scurry back and
Little bastard.
scurry back up again. Okay. That's for 5. That's for your mama.
Bastards.
Hey, look, we're around the same health.
Okay. Yorrick, this is for the bigger one that got you underneath the ribs.
Oh, God.
Just figured I'd show you that. Before I roll, let me see what you're at for health, just because I'm curious. I really don't care, but I'm
Hold
curious.
on. Put
You're
that
at
back.
4.
Hold on. Put it back. He thought the what you showed him was the damage. No, that was to hit.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a natural 20. Which could be more than 20. So, yeah, put that back. Because I have to roll this. Hi, darling. Hey, there's proof now. Mwaha. I got you on camera. There's proof. Hey.
Shut up before I hold up meatball. I'll get kissed.
That's okay. Come here. Say hi. No, like, come here. With your bad self. Look at this beautiful hair. Look at this. Look at this hair. This is work hair.
And
It's work hair. Yes, lovely.
Better than your hair.
I know. I want my hair back.
He's so adorable.
I miss my hair.
Look at you.
Can I just quit my job so I can grow my hair back out?
No,
Fuck. All right.
your job pays more than mine.
So, we don't need money. We can live in my tent. No, we gave my tent away. Fuck.
No, we didn't get it right.
Oh.
Because you let glass bulbs get broken in and it cut it all to shit.
I can just buy another
So
tent.
that was your fault.
I just buy another tent. We could live out in the wild and let our cats raise us.
best way to do it.
Well, no, actually, they're too housebroken. Get out of here. Love you. Drive safe. Bye. All right, Yorrick. Because it helps with. That's too far away.
The struggle.
If I put my arm all the way out, I still have to bend to get it. It's too far. Fine. It burns!
No, Garrison's not here.
All right, so Yorrick, that is, if I'm doing that right, 14 points of damage.
That's better than 20.
Still.
Maybe. Go.
14 points of damage just below the ribs.
Yes.
Knocked
Like
the
it, you hear it veer back and then come back in with that bull rush, and it just right against the wall again. So now your right leg is pinned, and you are pinned at the rib cage, and you also got hit again right above the left knee. So you're hurt. It is your go though.
So I am going to.
And Merida, from inside the building, you hear things smashing and Yorrick grunting in pain.
Lovely.
I am going to. I'm gonna do this. Do this right. So I am going to cure wounds.
Okay.
Here goes a packed slot.
By the way, you can roll animal handling to see if the squirrel will fight for you. Just so you know. Who said that? I didn't hear a thing.
But
What?
I don't know where it's at, or if it's even still in the room.
I don't know who said that. Sounds like they're trying to help though. Oh.
Getting just curb stomped by these tables.
Furniture.
Love you. Bye. Eh.
Okay, so there was my action. My bonus action.
Oh, shut the fuck up. I just rolled animal handling. My dogs listen to me.
So I am going to. Ooh.
What?
I'm gonna Misty Step.
Okay. Where are you going? Because you can't see, so. Okay, so cure wounds for 10.
Yeah.
Now you're going to Misty Step, so I need... What direction do you want to go?
I want to go back. Like back towards the door.
And Misty Step gives you 30 feet?
Yeah.
Okay,
up.
so back would not be toward the door. Left would be toward the door.
So then left.
Okay. Now, I need... What would this be? Because you're not following anything. Fuck it, give me perception. This would be just a straight roll, no advantage. What'd you forget now? Okay. Merida,
Yodelay.
give me a dex check at disadvantage.
God. I'm gonna die. Cool. 15.
Okay. That is fine. That is enough. So, Yorrick, you being pinned Misty Step, and Merida right beside you in the doorway. You shift to the left really quick as another figure just right there in the doorway.
As he reappears, there's just black feathers.
She can't see anything.
Dark. It's black. You
Yes.
can't see anything. All
I-
of a sudden, there's.
You would feel
Yes. So a figure appears next to you, and you feel like very light thing. I mean, you recognize them as being feathers, but they just gently land on your shoulders and on your arm and touch your foot on the floor. Okay. Merida, your turn.
Yorrick.
that's me.
She's gonna reach in and grab the door and slam the door shut.
Oh, like you guys being on the outside, you're gonna shut the door?
Yes.
Okay. You go to reach for the door and try to close it, and the table's in the way.
God.
The table's lodged in the door.
Fine. I am
So
gonna.
you go to pull the door, and the table that collapsed in front of you is right there in the doorway.
Help me move this thing.
I will allow you to use your reaction as an assist.
All right, I'm going to assist.
Okay. So Merida, I need a strength check at advantage.
Strength check at advantage.
Mm-hmm.
14.
That's fine. So you two are able to muscle the broken parts from the ones that you can find anyway. So you reach down, you feel two legs of the table, you grab the left one, he grabs the right one, you guys pull it outside, reach for the door, go to close it. It stays open about that much. And that's your action. As you hear something else kind of slide and then crunch, leaving the door open about 6 inches.
I am gonna take out my dagger. And I am going to like stab into the doorway.
That you cannot do, ma'am. That's an action.
Damn it. Thanks. Move.
So your bonus actions at this point would be simple movements or whatever is in your bonus action.
I'm just gonna stay then. There's just nothing I can do.
Oh, come on. You don't want to gain a brief insight into the broken table? With your dunamancy? No, it doesn't matter. Oh, okay. All right. So that was your go. Okay, what do we got? Glad I was on mute. Okay. All right. I almost didn't mute that one. That would have been bad. All right. Let's see. Okay, so it'd be those two because that one's not smart enough. So that one.
That's not nice.
Okay, so you're gonna hear 2 different objects scurry around inside the room, and then both of them simultaneously are going to hit the other side of the door, and it's gonna latch it shut. You hear scurrying, and then just and both of them hitting the door breaks the little piece that was wedged, and the door shuts. So you are now both on the outside, and for all intents and purposes, initiative is over.
Yorrick's he's gonna grab his side where the table hit and just, damn thing nearly killed me.
It definitely broke the bottom rib. That I can tell you for sure. It definitely broke the bottom rib.
It's
Ugh.
fine. I didn't need that rib anyway.
Your left leg is definitely sore because right above that kneecap you got nailed twice. Your right leg, okay, it got pinned and scratched up a little bit, but that rib is definitely broken.
I didn't need it anyway.
What did we learn?
Save it.
And from down on the ground near your right foot,
Oh, good. He made it.
as it latches onto the back of your leg, your right leg, and scurries up to your shoulder.
Is it still heavy?
No.
Interesting. I'm gonna reach up and try to pet it.
It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop you, I should say.
Sorry, little fella. But
Oh my god.
sorry, little fella. We're gonna have to wait on this.
My god. You're gonna go and sit with Granddad now. Okay? Is this a top for discussion?
Oh, I love this so much. Oh.
I will give you 5 words. Then you can go. Keep Granddad company. That way I know where the both of you are.
Given he likes to wander off.
That's more than 5. You'll keep each other in check. I'm not worried. He can only move like the speed of that fucking turtle we were with. I don't want to hear it. You won't leave him, he won't leave you. Just go find some food though.
I want to try to check and see if I can feel where the book is located, or where my book is.
I believe Merida still has it, right?
I have it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You want to
Right,
see
yeah.
if you can find it on her.
I want to see if I would be able to see the book just kind of like floating there.
With your eyes or your hands? Because your eyes can't see anything.
Merida has a very strong fight or flight. And you touch her in the dark.
No way.
Her slapping game is strong.
He's gonna call out to her, just, I want to take the book with me.
Fine. Take the
Maybe-
damn thing. Weight
Okay.
off of my back.
I am sending each of you a different picture to your character channels, and I need you to not show each other.
Set your computer away from me. Genius. There.
Because as you're having this conversation, Yorrick, you're trying to look around for the book, and as you slightly turn to the left, coming up to the building through the pitch blackness, Merida, you see an elderly, what looks like human woman, definitely aged and experienced with the wrinkles, walking alongside your grandpa. And you can clearly see the both of them coming through the darkness. Yorrick, you see what you see, walking with Talgor. Mary, I found someone who will lead me through whatever. I'm trying to go home. Do you know where home is? Yorrick, give me a hit. No. Merida, give me a history check.
Yes, sir.
Actually, Yorrick, you too. Just because of your travels. Just because you're not proficient in it doesn't mean I can't let you roll. But I do need you both to roll.
Well,
Okay. Okay. Yorrick, you'd have no idea.
I have no clue.
Even through all of your travels and reading, this one is escaping you. But Merida, let me put it in your thing. Okay. And I'm going to do that and not explain it to you. So if you know it, you know it.
Okay.
Who could do what you see is the only way I can really describe it. So if you know that name, you know the name. But this individual approaches with Talgor, with your grandpa. Ah, so you're Mary. This gentleman was looking for help, and I was looking for help as well, because how can I see you two but no one else? I can't even see the one whose arm I'm holding. What is this place? And Talgor, well, this is our village. Our house is this way. Would you mind walking with me this way?
Granddad, hold off a second.
Mary, I am very hungry, and you didn't leave me with any food, and I'm trying to get to Grandma. And is Tyr and Thal still here? I really miss. I just want to go home and eat. I really need food. And you can see her, and I mean, he's like literally like pulling her and starting to head toward the direction that you came from. So you know he's going toward your house. And both of you catch this as they're passing by both of you. She slightly turns her face, and you see a very slanted, shit-eating grin as her eyes don't actually leave you until she no longer can have her eyes pointed that way.
Come on. We gotta go.
You don't have to tell me twice.
And then I'm gonna start booking it towards grandfather and that lady.
I'm gonna just kind of hobble along after her.
Yes. Yes, because that 10, it may have taken the damage away. It did not take the pain away.
Yeah, so
Welcome
I'm
to
just
my
kind of
life.
like,
Yes.
I'm walking so fast.
Yeah. So you'd probably be at 25 walking speed now, where Merida's at her full 30. So I mean, it did screw you up. So where you are going at your normal speed, Merida, you can actually hear Yorrick behind you struggling to walk, as like the right footstep is heavier than the left one because he's having a hard time walking on the left one.
Karma at his best. So she's just gonna keep walking. It's what
Okay.
you're listening to a stupid squirrel.
Yeah. And as you're going after them, they both veer off and go up the stairs and into your house.
I'm obviously going to follow them in.
Well, as you approach, they walk in, and as you put your foot on that first step, she appears in the doorway. Closes the door.
Excuse me?
Does it sound like a lock was put on it?
Not yet.
I'm gonna make a call back to Carl and cast Thaumaturgy to swing the door open.
Oh, my Carl.
Yeah.
Carl, the one that sat in that bar and just made all the doors and windows open for no reason.
And
Yes.
I slept like a fucking baby.
Yes.
Everyone
All right. So you cast Thaumaturgy to blow the door open?
Yeah.
So you hear. So you hear it open, and then you hear it bounce, and you hear it close. All very,
simultaneously.
very loud. Just.
Well,
Okay. Ah.
I know I made the dogs bark. I don't care. That's how you know it's serious. So what are you two doing?
I'm going to keep hobbling my way towards the door.
Okay. All right. Do you open the door?
Begrudgingly, yes.
I need a wisdom save.
22.
Okay. So you grab onto the doorknob and as you turn it, your whole body goes into an electric shock. And you're unable to let go of the doorknob as it's opening, and you're just literally like sliding open with the door. And because you saved, you only take 13 points of lightning damage.
God.
You would have taken 26.
And I would have been down.
So no, you didn't hear a lock on the door.
My hope was to throw the door back open before they could lock it.
No, you got stuck to the door.
Oh no, like eventually he's able to let go. But it's like he grabs it and then and just like his feet come off the ground and he just opens with the door. And then it stops and his feet go onto the ground. And he's just
Very Looney Tunes-esque.
yes.
Wile E. Coyote,
Doors
going on.
and tables.
Yes.
All my
And-
home doors and tables.
And Merida, you're actually able to see all of this happen. Like you heard him going up the stairs and you heard him turn the doorknob. And the moment he started to electrocute, you actually saw the electricity running through his body, but you did not see his body, just the silhouette of the electricity running through it and the door opening. And then as soon as it stopped, it went back to darkness.
No arts. No arts. Just stupid.
You're telling me.
And on the porch is just two glowing red eyes looking up at Yorrick.
Was I to know that that would have happened?
As it once again curls up onto your shoulder. And in the gentle infernal, I said, she wants you.
I'm gonna respond just. She wants me.
Merida's gonna turn around and sit on the step and just be like, this idiot. This.
Well, he responded infernal, so you didn't know what he was talking about.
No, but
Oh, this idiot, because
demonic-
he's still talking to the squirrel. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. In the demonic voice, he's talking back and forth with the squirrel that just led him into a house that almost killed him. But it's still talking to him, so I'm sitting here like this fucking idiot doesn't know when to stop.
It's all about the risk.
As you sit
Sometimes.
at 7 health, when will you learn?
When he's at 0.
Obviously.
Not even. Even then.
I'm gonna go back to the group and they're like, hey, where's Yorrick? I don't know, but now I have a squirrel.
He got killed by a fucking squirrel. After he got picked up by some tables, and Garrison will probably just be like,
Motherfucker.
Dude, Garrison actually fucking in-game tells me every time they go to a new area of this furniture, he destroys it. The first time he ever walked into the Crook house, I described
remember
beds
that.
and tables, and he broke every one of them.
I remember.
Yeah, he has major PTSD with furniture. I can't wait to throw more at him.
well,
Chunky.
Anyway, so Merida's sitting down. You're still talking to your squirrel. And once you open the door and after that shock, You haven't heard another voice yelling from inside the building or anywhere for that matter. It is quiet as a mouse, excuse the pun.
Quiet as a squirrel. What?
You heard it twice. And then you open the door, you haven't heard a thing. And you can't hear anything from the inside.
Hmm.
And your shoulder.
It got fat again.
As you hear it.
I'm gonna follow it.
Ugh.
As it jumps down off your shoulder. And Merida, even you hear the and then it jumps off his shoulder, and on the ground you hear
Ugh. Isn't that just special?
You're gonna follow it?
Yep, I'm gonna follow it.
All right, give me insight.
23.
God damn you in these rolls. Okay. You lock right on it. And Merida, you hear Yorrick go, all right. And footsteps leading away from you into your house.
Ugh. Did anyone ever teach this kid manners?
My entire career is based on the premise of digging up people's corpses.
Pretty much. Secrets, corpses, treasures, yeah. That's all he's ever done.
Just walk into random people's houses without being invited or knocking.
Well, that's why the furniture attacked him. I'm kidding.
I mean,
It's the security.
come get your dog.
Dude, trust me, if that was an option, I would have it. If it was an option in real life, I would have it. You walk into my house and my couch starts to attack you, you're going to leave pretty damn quick.
Still good.
Okay. So, Merida, are you following or are you continuing to stay sitting on the stairs?
I'm gonna stay sitting on the stairs because I'm like this idiot.
Okay.
I'm going to try and find that voice.
All right.
Wow.
So, Yorrick, you instinctively, very easily, once again, track and follow the squirrel. Because you rolled so high, you don't bump into anything. You literally, you lock on the red trail that its giant eyes are making. And you just catch the silhouettes of corners and furniture. And as far as you can tell, none of it's moving on its own. So you're just making your way through this room. And you walk through another doorway. And as you walk into this one, this room is naturally lit. Like you see a window, the sunlight pouring in as it would naturally would. There's no lanterns, there's no candles, there's no globules, there's no nothing. It's just naturally lit as soon as you walk through the doorway. And in here, you see Thal, which you did meet. You see another younger female red panda that bears a lot of resemblance to Merida. And then you see her grandmother, which you met, along with the elderly woman that you saw outside the house, and Talgor, all sitting around a table. And the grandma, tea?
No, thank you. We heard a scream
A scream?
from inside here.
No one was screaming in here. Come on, drink up.
He'll take the tea, but he's not gonna drink it.
As Thal is taking like bass-sized fish and just, and then Talgor sitting like hunched over in the chair with the bad posture, kind of like the grandma. They're sitting literally like their faces are this close to each other. She's sitting on the left, he's sitting on the right, and because they're both slouched, they're like this fucking close to each other. And he's just looking over, picking the fish up, and doing the same thing Thal's doing. Just.
Do any of you guys know what's going on here? Why is it dark just in this village?
And the grandma literally like looks up at you. Thal looks up at you with the full mouth. Talgor looks up at you with the full mouth. What darkness are you talking about? It's still daylight outside. Talgor, the one that you were just walking around with, yes. As the elderly woman that you saw him walking with is just sipping on the tea. Just those eyes boring into you with that shit-eating grin as she just starts to sip tea.
I'm gonna look outside and see if I can see Talgor outside as well. So I've got a theory.
Give me a perception check.
Not quite sure. Uh, 13.
You look out the window, it looks like the ordinary village. So as you're looking out this window literally peers onto the main street. Well, the only street that is in the village, the main area. So you look out the window and you see that water fountain that you saw when you first landed. You see the buildings that are across the way. You can actually, if you put your forehead against the window, you can kind of see all the way down to where Talgor's house originally was, and where you and Merida were surrounded by the children outside and praised for going on this adventure. And as you're looking out the window, the village is full of bustle and life. The kids are running back and forth from the water fountain into their houses with buckets full of water, and the women are pushing wagons that are full of hay and straw and mud bricks, and the men are they've got the pikes for digging and the shovels over their shoulders, and it's just back and forth. You can see it, you can hear it. It all looks very normal.
Do I see Merida outside?
Sitting on the staircase? No. All right, I shouldn't even say staircase. It's just 3 steps. But yeah, sitting on the stairs? No.
Where did she go?
I'm right here. You hear her voice behind you. As she walks into the room and sits down, grabs a cup of tea.
So you are. Right.
Why do you look so worried? It's that damn squirrel again, isn't it? He got a squirrel from the cave? Yes, he got a squirrel from the cave. I can't believe he got a squirrel from the cave. Why would you grab a squirrel from the cave? I don't understand why. I mean, they are a little bit cute until they get bulbous and disgusting. And they just start talking back and forth between Talgor, Thal, Merida, Grandma. They all just start conversating. And the more they talk, the more the voices blend together, the less space there are between words. and just the less and less they give each other a turn to speak, as all four voices just start to whirlwind and whirlwind and whirlwind, and as awkward and obviously unnatural as it sounds, it also it equally sounds just as natural. So you hear it one voice at a time, the way a conversation works, and at the same time you hear them all just echoing and blending together.
The hell is going on here? I'm gonna call out to the squirrel in Infernal.
Mhm.
What is going on?
I keep telling you, she wants you. As you see the bulbous eyes of the squirrel looking right over at the elderly woman, who is still just staring at you.
I'm gonna hobble over. My little friend here says that you're looking for me.
Excuse me. Boop.
I have been following you and your team for quite some time.
I swear.
Even before you joined it.
Oh no.
Especially your friend Vidar. How is he?
Oh no. Oh jeez. Oh no.
Here we go, man.
Vidar, he's okay. What do you mean? What, you've been following us?
It's clear you need a little reminder. And you see that the picture that I gave you, the face goes clammy, and then goes white, and then goes gray. And the eyes go pure white. Hello, Vidar.
Yeah.
You recognize me now? As literally the hair goes jet black and just starts swaying and lifting off the shoulders and off the back.
I'm gonna take a few steps back. What do you want?
Fun. Like always. I want Vidar. And you are going to bring me to him.
Uh-oh.
I don't think so.
Well, if you don't, your friend's little village is mine.
Oh,
Decisions.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Merida, you sitting out on the front porch, the pouch that you're wearing starts to pulse red. I mean, as it's pulsing and you're just sitting still, it starts to get louder and louder to the point where the pulse literally starts to push you. The longer you take, like the first 10 seconds, it's literally just the red, and then the 11th second, 12th second, it just gets
Fine.
harder and harder.
Fine. I'll release you. I'll take the bag off and open it,
and it just shoots up in a surrounding red orb to where you can barely even see the book and blasts off inside the house.
Okay.
Book said, "Okay, bye."
Okay, bye.
Thanks.
Do we have a deal? Don't get me wrong. This is a quaint little village that I would love to keep as a toy. But I really want Vidar. I promise, if you give me Vidar, I'll leave your group alone. I already got my last one. He's special.
I can't.
Do 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 do. I'll give you a minute to think. I have to pee.
I was getting to the same place. Hey, liquid.
Ruby? Oh.
All right, and that little break was brought to you by Adam and Eve's butt plugs. If you have a butt, they have a plug. And since we all had to go to the bathroom, that actually makes an odd amount of sense. Yes, actually, I am going to show you all this. This is from Snake Edge Tactical Outdoor Rescue. Hey, Kat. I recently bought this.
Trying to steal the camera.
This is what is called a crambit knife, if any of you have seen it. No, I am not condoning that any of my watchers or viewers get weapons, but if you're looking for something that is small, easily held, and very good for self-defense, get a Krambit knife. Watch some videos on it before you use it. All right. Has everyone bathroomed up?
Yes, Ty's just getting liquid now.
Okay. Well, I get it. You have to replace what you get rid of. Yeah, I came back and no one was here, so I just launched into whatever.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Gotta do it, man. Ugh. Hello, puppy. What? What do you want?
You're being
Why
stared at by the voids.
Hi. You're not up here high enough. Let me see if hey, hang on. Don't go. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Sky. Come here.
Camera
Come
shy.
here. Yeah, she is. Come here. Come here. Yeah, she doesn't want to be seen at all. Go on back out there. Go. All right. Actually, hang on one more second. I'm not going to mute you this time, though. I'm just going right to my fridge.
Fair. I won't be sad.
Oh,
You already know what happened if you kiss me.
I was gonna say at this, it comes down to the whole.
You've known
Does he
far longer.
does he want to incur the wrath of Merida or wrath?
All right. And if they feel like throwing us a sponsorship, Twisted Tea.
Bangerang.
Get twisted.
Hell yeah. Get twisted. Definitely. Life's better with a twist. I agree. And let the tea times roll. Yorrick's life would be better without a twist, but my life is certainly better giving him the twist. What is your favorite flavor on this? I really don't have one. I bought the multi that has the 4 flavors in it. This is the regular half and half, and then peach, and then there's 2 more. I like them all.
I prefer the peach, but that's because I'm a big peach guy.
Do you do like peach schnapps and shit too? I can't drink that. But this, I can put down. So yes, if Twisted Tea would like to be an official sponsor of Failed Attempt, please do. Or just tell us to stop talking about you, because then I know you're listening. Anyway, Yorrick, what are you deciding? You kind of have a ultimatum there.
I can't betray either of my friends.
So I killed myself. Sorry, that was so awful.
Merida,
Yodelay.
the book, blasts right back to you. Right back in front of your face, still pulsing red in an orb, barely able to see the book. And that same spectral hand that you've seen before creeps its way out.
Oh no.
And then blasts off back inside the house.
Anything crazier and I would just be normal now, wouldn't I? Get up and I'll go inside and follow the damn book.
Okay. As you follow it, I mean, obviously this is your house, but you know that every house in the village is pretty much built the same. So as you're following its trajectory, you know that it's leading you to your grandma's room. And as you approach the doorway, it's pitch black like everything else. The only thing that you see in front of the doorway that's giving any kind of light refraction is the orb. And it moves toward the doorway and goes boop, boop, and is just bouncing off like there's something there that it can't get through.
It's like,
Do you,
it's like
you want me to open the door?
Boop, boop.
Okay. So she'll reach for the doorknob.
There's no doorknob. There's no door. Your hand goes right through the doorway. Your hand goes through, but it gets stopped right at the door frame. Boop. Boop.
That's odd. I can go through, but it can't. Just for the heck of it, she doesn't want to, but she's gonna go, Yorrick?
Nothing.
Pull your.
Boop. 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 You then see, as you're trying to figure this out, where are you standing in proximity to the book? Are you still like beside it with your hand through the door? Have you backed off? Where are you right now?
I probably would have backed off a little bit to see, like, I can go through, but it can't. What is it hitting?
So the reason I asked this is for the next thing. So as you're trying to figure this out, you see a thin white lightning bolt essentially shoot around the red orb, and then a much thicker one goes and strikes the floor right in front of you, and you can actually see it and you can hear it hit the ground, and you can smell the burning material as it strikes the floor right in front of you. You can see little pieces of the floor fly off into the air, and standing in front of you is Adam, as he just goes toward the door and starts and even he can't get through the door.
Interesting.
Yorrick, you sense Adam. But you don't know where. You know what? No, make an Arcana check for me. Because you would sense Adam. He's your summon.
ooh, nat 20. Yeah.
He's outside the bedroom door. And as your sense of him, direction and otherwise, grows stronger and stronger, you hear outside that door, just all of a sudden, like it just came into existence. you just start hearing this loud slam, slam, slam. As Ellenwyn then, interesting. That's your book, isn't it? As she just starts, like, you can, as she says that, you can see her looking toward the doorway, and her mouth is just like foaming with excitement, as just like drool, like she's seeing, like she's smelling and seeing and imagining the most delicious meal she's ever eaten. Just starts to foam this white substance and drool down her chin, as her face just goes crazy, like these razor sharp teeth inside of her mouth, as the corners of her cheeks reach all the way up beside her cheekbones, and those eyes grow wide, and just pure white little red veins start to grow inside the eyeballs.
He's just gonna.
Speak.
Sorry, you're gonna have to get someone else to do it. I'm no one's pawn.
Then I'll also take your book. It's
You can start.
mine. And she lunges at the door.
As she.
You get one.
Yeah, as she would have to go past me to get the door.
Correct.
So as she gets close enough, I'm going to reach out and use a maniacal movement.
Is that a bonus action?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah, that just helps me get to it quicker. So a DC 12 wisdom save. If failed, the target becomes confused, making all attempts to perform physical actions move in the opposite direction. Okay. So that would mean that she would fly the other direction.
Yeah, so rather than going forward, she'd fly back.
DC 12?
DC 12.
Rolled a 12.
Damn.
I'm not even kidding. I rolled a natural 6. She has a +6 on wisdom. That's not even a joke. Sorry. That was a good idea, man. Like, if I had rolled 1 point lower.
Damn. Well, I am going to just I'm gonna book it after.
Okay. I'm actually seeing if I can see something. Okay. All right. Okay. So she jumps, you cast, and right after you cast, Tyr, Thal, Talia, the grandmother, and Talgor all follow her. Just literally, like, not one at a time either. She jumps, you cast, and then kind of just like floating behind her becomes 4 other bodies pretty close to each other. Merida! The darkness of this room immediately fills with its natural light. Just all of a sudden. The banging of the book on the door stops. The banging of Adam stops as he puts his arms down. And the whole room just fills with natural light. And for a second, it feels like everything's going to be okay. Just a second. And then out from the door comes this vicious, crazy-looking old woman with jet black hair that's just hovering off of her own head. This pale, almost half-dead, rubbery leather skin, and these giant white eyes with red veins pulsing through, and these claws coming out of her fingers, leaps through the doorway, and following behind her is your sister, your brother, your grandmother, and your grandfather, all following in unison as she leaps out the door and wraps her arms around the red orb that carries the book and just continues to jump until she's in the middle of the living room, roughly 5-6 feet away from you, as the other four also land around her with their backs facing her, facing you, as if to guard her. And she's holding the book. It's mine! It's mine! And then out of the doorway comes Yorrick. As Adam spins around and it's... and just looking.
How did he get out of the book?
It's mine! It's all mine. It's mine. And as she's saying this, she looks right over at you two, who are now pretty much standing next to each other, and you can see that gray leathery skin is now pulsing with these thin red veins that are stemming from her eyeballs and just spreading all across her face as her hair starts to turn into a mix of bright red and white. Just slowly starts to turn. It's mine. As Adam walks over to the group and then turns to face the two of you.
Oh no. Oh man.
He who holds the book. And Yorrick, just like a punch to the gut, you can feel the pulse every single time. It just, like it just punches to the gut every single time. It's boom, boom, boom. Like separation anxiety.
Postpartum depression.
Yorrick or Merida, you can feel it a little bit too, because your connection to Adam starts to kind of fade. Like when it first summoned out of the book, you could feel the tether. It starts to fade.
Well, what do you suggest we do now?
We have to get the book back.
Obviously.
But neither of us.
Your book and her village, or Vidar. Choose. And she's just, and Merida, this is the first time you're hearing of this. To reiterate, she said the book and your village, or Vidar. You choose. And as you're looking at her, these veins are starting to produce like frothy sweat that is also like droplets of blood. It's bubbling and frothy, like your mouth watering before you're about to vomit. But you can literally blow bubbles with it. It's just like just exfoliating her skin as it just. But it's not only her face; it's coming out of her hands and her arms and anywhere that you can see this leathery skin. As it kind of looks like it literally resembles like she's getting ready to dissolve. like a bucket of acid, like a liter of acid's been poured on her head and she's getting ready to melt into the floor. That's what this looks like. And her eyes just like keep getting bigger and brighter and redder. And her mouth just continues to grow. Like the corners were here and now they're up here. So like most of her head is like up. And just these
She looks like
rays. Yeah. Just not. Like these razor sharp, like 4 to 5 inch teeth just going up and across. And it seems like every time her mouth grows, she gets more teeth.
Heard that coming.
This witch wants Vidar.
Kind
And
of
she
got
said-
that.
And she said that if I don't take her to Vidar, then she's going to take your village and all of its people. And now she wants my book.
Well, if you remember, she said the book and the village or Vidar.
Yeah.
So you said no to just the village, then she got your book, so now she's stacking it.
So if I choose not to help her, I lose my book and you lose your village.
I see.
And neither of us are in much shape to last very long in a fight.
This anal rape is brought to you by Adam and Eve's butt plugs. You have a butt, they have a plug, even if it's unwilling. It's amazing the choices we have to make, right? You can get the diamond studded ones if you want to look fancy. You can get the Octavia shaped one if you want more than one night.
And don't forget the Bluetooth enabled D20 version.
Yes, the Bluetooth
The
enabled D20
really
version that
those-
vibrates every time you roll a natural 20.
Or nat one.
Oh no, when you roll a
Does-
nat 1, it sends a little shock into your anus.
Yeah.
Zzz, ugh.
That is a win.
Yes, either way, it's a win.
A
A nat 20 is vibrating, a natural 1 is shock. Either way, it's a win.
Shot collar.
A shock butt plug. But yeah, she is, and as you guys are sitting there discussing it, Merida, you notice that your grandma, that Talia and Talgor and Thal and Tyr are literally just like standing there zombified. They're swaying back and forth, legs stiff, arms stiff down at their side, and they're just staring off into the ether, heads tilted a little bit, just swaying back and forth. And their skin is also slowly turning gray leathery and getting the same red veins. Just very, very, very slow. Like sloth-like slow. And the longer she sits there and bubbles and drools, you notice that her body is literally starting to disintegrate. As she's holding it. You don't have long to decide. And this part, like it's down to here. Like you notice from the eyebrows up is gone. It's just like a melting pot.
Fine. I'll take you to him.
Perfect.
Now you'll release the village and my book at once.
I'll release the village. Your book is mine until we get Vidar. We get Vidar.
What do you mean, we?
You'll see. And she literally like just blinks one eye and poof. Now I have a question.
42.
Oh, jeez.
That is the answer. Congratulations. So what I literally mean by poof is as soon as she blinks one eye, all of you just poof. And where you're going to reappear is the streets of Coast City.
Oh no.
And it's Yorrick, Merida, Talia, Talgor, Tyrfell, and Ellenwyn just appear on the streets of Coast City. Ellenwyn is no longer mutated. She is back to what you saw and what you saw. Now, each of you saw something different, so don't show each other the pictures, but it's what Merida saw and what Yorrick saw is what you now see on the streets of Coast City. She has like a traveler's backpack, and the book is inside it. And your sister, your brother, your gram, and your gramp are all there along with you two, and you appear in the mid district of Coast City. And that's where we're going to end. Now, my question is that 42 might answer. Do you guys want to come back and play again tonight?
We totally could.
Double session? Let's go!
Bang.
Okay. So that one starts at 9.
9. Got it.
Take the break that I'm about to take and
We're
come back.
Food.
And come back because if Garrison shows up, he's in the mid district. If he doesn't,
Okay.
well, whatever. Vidar and Steven are at the Crook House, but Malador is coming up from the depths with his date to the mid district. So you're all
We're all gonna run back to each other.
You're all coming back to each other after what? You guys have been separated
Oh,
for 3
God.
sessions now? It was 3. It's been 3. You know that. 3 sessions this team has been broken.
3.
And I finally found a non-cheese dick way to get you all there. Malador succeeded on every single roll to get a date with this chick.
Oh no.
I'm not even every fucking roll. And I challenged him every time. Every roll he succeeded. Now he's coming back up top. Garrison was going to find Trock, who's in the Crank and Yank. He's there.
Oh
Vidar
no.
and Steven are at the Crook House. They're eventually going to make their way over there too, because they have shit to solve. And now you guys are coming. Now you guys are back. So
Did my squirrel come with me?
yes,
Yes. God fucking damn it.
yeah, it's on your shoulder.
Fucking squirrel.
Which, just for the hell of it, give me an animal handling.
I'm keeping him as long as I possibly can.
I hope you fail.
15?
Yes.
Damn it.
I got kind of concerned I was about to land on like a 4.
Well, the way I usually do that shit is every time you succeed, it doesn't get harder to succeed the next time, but it gets more important to succeed the next time. And if you succeed a certain number of times, you don't have to roll anymore. It literally becomes yours, kind of like Vidar's owl and whatever. So, but that's 2. So
Right
I'll
now,
let you know.
I have it noted on my sheet that it's a squirrel, but they don't have a pet extra that corresponds to a squirrel, so I have it listed as a rat.
Yeah, I see that. I see that.
Bless you.
All right. I might actually be able to. Creature would be pet. I wonder. Nope, it does not. Okay.
Nope.
That's all right. I can, if it comes to that, I can make you a sheet for it. So you won't have it on your sheet. You'll have it as a separate, but you'll have to keep track of it. So.
All right.
But yeah,
I'm gonna
this
keep
was.
I can because it definitely knows something.
Yeah, this was interesting. This was fun. I liked it. You know, I'm not gonna lie. You guys are like the least chicken shit when it comes to just rushing into a room.
That's just Yorrick. He's just like.
Well,
From
that's his adventure.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
that's his adventurer side. He just like, fuck it, let's go.
Let's go. Then proceeds to get his ass kicked by a table.
Yep, you get to tell Garrison that if he shows up tonight. But yeah, so
all my homies hate doors and tables.
Yep, take the 3 hours, eat, do whatever you got to do, and then when I put the link into the main chat, pop in because everyone will be together.
Awesome. It's gonna be nice.
Hell yeah.
I've missed people.
Finally, everyone's back. Well, don't get me wrong. Doing it this way has been really fun because myself as the DM, I've gotten to learn every character more. Having you all separate, making decisions for yourself by yourself. I've actually gotten to learn way more about how you want to run your character because you don't have the others to rely on. It's just you.
Yep. You get to see how our brain works and how our decision making affects our characters.
Chunky!
When you don't have, I mean, listen, MALADOR is a big pain in the ass, but he does damage. He does a lot of it. And if you can rely on anyone to run into the fire while you guys try to decide what's best, you can rely on him. Everyone has their role in the group. But when you don't have that person, your decision is based on what you can do. So yeah, this is fun. You guys weren't separate. You guys were separated for quite a while. It's gonna be nice getting you back together. So, but yeah. So I will see you guys in a couple hours.
Alrighty.
See you later.
Peace.